Hey, yeah, what's up? This is Disciple Marshall Occurrence. Rain back up in this anti-Illuminati all day, anti-telepathy all day, anti-America all day, and everybody with him. Yeah, so this video basically is going to be about what the Republicans got brewing and what these conservatives got brewing. They got something brewing, and that's a fact. Okay, and if it's not going to be Donald Trump, it's going to be something, and that's a fact. That's what you know. Okay, what you also know is that there's not anybody strong for the Democratic Party, the Democratic Party. There's nobody strong. There's nobody influential. Michelle Obama is possible. Hillary is possible. That's what they're talking about. Those are names they're throwing out there right now. But Hillary done went around. She done went around this. She done played this game a million times. Who knows if anybody wants her again? If America wants her again. Michelle Obama, that's interesting. But in such perilous times, people might not want to take a chance with a person that they feel are not experienced. So, you know, she's a nice person and everything, but people may not feel that she's up for the job. Just like they did Hillary. They may show her that same skepticism, honestly. Because a lot of Americans feel just like it's just a job that women can't do. I don't feel it's that way, but they have to be tough enough to bring war when necessary. They have to be tough. They have to make decisions um, when it's not when you have to suppress your feelings in war. In war, you have to suppress your feelings. You can't be led by your emotions. Now, I'm not just gonna be, you know, I'm not gonna be stereotypical in this case and just think that because they're a woman that they can't do it, but they that's definitely reasons why people will not even choose them in the first place because they're gonna just assume that hey they can't do they're not gonna be able to make tough decisions in perilous times and like these, especially with Russia. I particularly am on the side of Russia. I don't think Russia is a bad country. I think Russia is misunderstood. And I think there are a lot of Americans that want to fight them in competition. They want to fight them like, as enemies. That's what it is. You know what I'm saying? So of course you're going to point out this, that, and the third, try to set them up to be an enemy, try to destroy the competition. This is how I feel. This is how I personally feel. So, you know, you know, but Russia, Russia is Russia. They're tough. You know, that's all I really gotta say. So, but people gonna want somebody that's able to face them, and they may not trust females. That's what I'm saying. They may not trust no females to do that. So, yeah, I just wanted to do a video about the Republicans and the conservatives. They're gonna have something. They got something brewing over there. They definitely have something brewing, and we don't know what's gonna become of that situation over there. You know what I'm saying? You got Donald Trump. The Democrats are now trying to see they can if they can bar him from being from being reelected. Basically, they're trying to bar him from being reelected. So we'll see what happens. What I think is that's going to be a no go. Some way, somehow, they're going to use some type of freedom or this or that, and he's going to be able to run. You know, and if he doesn't, man, you guys are. I'm telling you, you guys better watch out because there's a lot of militant-minded people that are just pacified right now just because in hopes that Donald Trump will get reelected. If he doesn't, it's a lot of military-minded people that stand behind him or and maybe they don't even stand directly with him or whatever, but they stand close enough to him that it's going to be a response, some type of bad response if he doesn't get in office. Okay, so a lot of America needs to get ready for that. You know, apostle. I was told by a military man, a Marines military man, that civil wars basically is on the horizon. Basically, you know. Now, if a military man can see this, then he's watching certain patterns and things, you know, and he's making that assumption based off of a lot of good, accurate perspectives, or you know, it's accurate basically. And that person, Marines, he's now passed away. I used to live with him, and he just assumed that, you know, that there's going to be a civil war. You know, and the shocking thing, I'm gonna tell you why it's gonna happen and how it's gonna happen so quickly and get out of control so quickly, because no one's really ready for it. For people that would be the negative catalyst for it, that's perfect for them because no one's expecting it. You know, if no one's expecting it, far as police, military, you know, national security, National Guard, if they're not really on guard or expecting this, some type of civil war, then they're going to be taken for surprise. They're going to be taken by surprise, you know. I you know, how I feel personally is just that America is just not, they're just not down to earth. You know, the only way people think about being down to earth is humility. Having a certain sense of humility, they think that that's being down to earth. Down to earth is also being corresponding to your elements that's around you, geographically, all the dynamics, all the things that's around you, all of it. You know, being aware of your surroundings, that's being down to earth. Okay, a lot of people they play so many video games, they watch so many movies that they're not down to earth. That's real though. That's why you have stuff that goes on out here. People kill people and they think that you know, they live in a video game world, Call of Duty world. You know, that they think killing people is cool. They think killing people is something they should do. You know, and it's just this Call of Duty type world that you know, people live in, and that's not down to earth. You know, so what you have is a whole community from layman to rich people, just no one's down to earth. Not even nobody. Even homeless people are not down to earth. Watch how they act. Yeah, like they're not in the real world. Like, that's real. It's not because they got a lot of stuff on their mind. I've watched them. I've lived amongst them. They'll take money and do this. They'll take your money and do drugs. They're not down to earth either. Nobody's down to earth. Okay? And that's a big problem. That's a huge problem in society right now. It's people that's not down to earth. The more people that are not down to earth, the more unrealistic perspectives that people have in the world. They take those undown to earth, those not down to earth mentalities, and they place them on your society, and they place them on me and you, even everyday people. They place these down to earth perspectives on people from things they seen on TV, that's why, you know, I haven't even watched TV in like 4 months. Literally. And you know what? I feel so much better. I feel so less controlled. I feel more free, you know? And, you know, I don't miss it. I don't miss TV. I have a nice TV too, by the way. It's not bad for what it is. I mean, you know, it's a flat screen. It's a, you know, smart TV. You can do all kind of little stuff with it. on it. But you have to understand it's a control. It can be used for control. Okay, and that's a fact. So you can't let it control you. You know what I mean? And but people that play with people's lives, I mean, whether it's gang stalking, that's another way. And I'm gonna start doing more videos on gang stalking too, because it's at an all time high. And the older generations don't believe it. You know, they don't really believe it. They don't believe in it, and you know, that's unfortunate because we need the baby boomers. We need all their expertise. We need all of that to kind of fight these gang stalkers. Gang stalkers, these people definitely are not down to earth. And we put them back in place. People like me, I'm a very powerful prophet. I have South American bloodlines. I have a lot of different bloodlines in my blood. And so I say all that to say, when you have more bloodlines, you have more spiritual inheritance. It's spiritual people understand what I'm saying. You have spiritual inheritances passed down intentionally. Your ancestors wanted to pass down spiritual blessings and spiritual gifts. So the more ancestries you have, if you will, more genealogies, more bloodlines, you're not a mutt. You have more ancestors that wish blessings on you. Okay? Stop letting people play with you. Talking about you a mutt and treat you like you weak because you're not as dark enough and you're not as light enough. You have a lot of ancestors in your bloodline, and all of those are different bloodlines pushing spiritual gifts towards you. And I know that about myself. So I'm part South American. So when you're attacking me, you're attacking also my South American bloodlines, all my South American ancestors that pushed gifts and power to me. My South American bloodlines push gifts and power to me. And so that's why there's so many repercussions. My African bloodlines, my European bloodlines, my Asian bloodlines, all of my ancestors, my Asian ancestors push spiritual power towards me. Spiritual blessings and inheritances towards me. And so when people don't understand, this is nothing doing one-on-one on your enemies, one-on-one homework on your enemies. When you don't understand the bloodlines that your enemies have, you're stepping on toes of many ethnicities, many nations, when a person has many nations in them. That's and so there's big repercussions coming that America's going to be so amazed at, because it's now time for Jesus Christ to be revealed. So now his power is being revealed. Now people are starting to believe, and now they're starting to see and unto the day of his glorious coming. They're going to see all these things happening, and then he's going to come. You know what I'm saying? This is only going to get more spiritual. For people that don't understand, this is only going to get more spiritually powerful. It's not going to decline in spirituality when we're going towards more spiritual, the times where spiritual events happen deeper, more massive spiritual events. So this times are more spiritual. People talk about new age. No. Times are more spiritual. There's no spiritual awakening unless you want one, unless you want to have one. Okay. What's happening is, accurately spoken, is spiritual times are becoming more spiritual because the natural is being swallowed up into the spiritual world. The natural world is being swallowed up into the spiritual world. Basically, it's being absorbed into the spiritual world. That's what's happening. It's going to dissolve. It's going to be submerged into the spiritual world. That's what's going to happen. Okay, so all spiritual masters are now fighting and going head to head, and obviously, we're the greater power. It's just obvious. I mean, to side with the devil is ludicrous to somebody like me. I can easily beat you. You know, we fight really. We don't fight humans. That's what people don't understand. A lot of these voodoo psychological people, they think that they're our rivals. You're not my rival. My rival is too high ranking. You're not high ranking enough to be my rival. You think because you do good evil and I do good, you're my rival. I'm going to say that again. You think because you do good, I do good and you do evil, that you're my rival. There's many people that do evil. You're not my rival. You're not high ranking enough. In other words, you're playing football and I'm playing basketball. We in two different leagues. You fight among yourselves. I've seen voodoo people. I've watched what they talk about. They fight among their own community. Your rivals is your own selves. Your rivals are those who practice voodoo, who put work on other people. That's your rivals. I know about them. I'm not ignorant. I'm not ignorant of my enemies. You are. You're ignorant of me. Because the Bible tells us that we fight not against flesh and blood, but against powers, spiritual wickedness in high places. That's too big for a witch. A witch can't mess with spiritual powers in high places, wickedness in high places. They not as powerful. Even if they try to be connected to it, you're not as powerful as spiritual wickedness in high places. That's what true spiritual warriors fight. We don't fight against flesh and blood because it doesn't make any sense. We fight against higher powers, higher authorities than you, basically. That's the people need to understand that, because Americans, they think, oh, we're gonna fight the good. You think you're gonna fight we're gonna fight the good. No, you are not high ranking enough to fight me. That's why I easily defeat you. Now look at your country. You got COVID everywhere. You don't play with people like us. Yeah, it is our side. It is the kingdom of God. While these Americans are trying to deny spirituality with an atheist-like mind, you need to open up your eyes. You need to open up your eyes today. This is a retaliation for people playing with spiritual people. If you don't recognize what you're doing, then you're going to make the same mistake. And some people just want to see fireworks. You want a fireworks show, you're going to get a heck of a fireworks show with you dying. Okay? That's going to be your fireworks show, buddy. God's going to do it in such a way that you're not going to be able to sit back and say, ooh, ah. You're going to be saying ooh and ah from pain and destruction. You're going to be saying, ooh, ah, I'm dying. Okay? Nobody playing with you. Playtime is over, suckers. Playtime is officially over. In 2022, we're not playing any games with anybody. You know what I'm saying? Anybody that wants smoke, we tearing their whole neighborhoods up. Okay? Simple. I'm not playing no games. I can show you in the Bible where the people of God goes to war. Real war. Okay? It comes a time when the humans want to see what we got, and we're going to show you what we got, buddy. But I guarantee you, when we show you what we got, you're going to be disappointed. You're going to be disappointed. You're going to take that smile, that wicked smile off your face. I guarantee you that. You're going to take that smile off your face and you're going to say, man, I think we bit off more than we could chew. I think so too. I think you've been bit off more than you can chew, buddy. When you see and look at your country getting 1 million cases of COVID in one day, 1 million cases of COVID in one day, that means that only has to happen. You only have 333 million people in your country. You know that, right? There's only 333 million Americans. So if you got 1 million in one day get COVID, 1 million COVID cases, solid cases, then that only has to happen 332 more times, which is less than a year. You get the math on that one? Then in a year's time, basically the potential of the whole American community having COVID is high for everybody to have it, which means there would be a total breakdown in your society. A total breakdown. Not a halfway breakdown. Not a disco breakdown. A whole breakdown in your society. You know, some people want to go out like suckers. You know what I'm saying? Some people, I feel sorry for innocent people that have nothing to do with this. You know what I'm saying? I feel sorry for you, but hey, you know, also at the same time, there have been people that have been involved that are not innocent. It's been a lot of Americans, not only a group of people, not only one group. It's been a lot of Americans playing games, and now it's payback time. It's our time. It's not their time. When they're getting COVID, is it their time? When you got 1 million cases in one day in America, how is it your time to play with me? How you think you in a contest with me? That's ridiculous. It's actually ridiculous. You're in no contest with me. You're in a contest with COVID, buddy. You're out there like a dog chasing your tail. Talking about you in a contest. You ain't in no contest. That's one-sided. That's one-sided. You ain't in no contest with me. You in a contest with getting rid of COVID. That's your contest, buddy. But these Republicans, man, I figure they got something brewing, man. I'm telling you. Y'all better get started on working on getting some kind of person that can battle and defeat Donald Trump. Because if you can't stop him from coming, man, he's gonna probably go ahead and get that. He's just too influential. He got too many supporters. They're willing to do any and everything to manipulate and get him in office. And you know, some people are going to be scared of retaliation. I mean, these people are going to manipulate. They may use forms of terrorism just to put people in fear and become domestic terrorists just to get him in office. You know what I'm saying? And use fear basically to your public. You know, if you don't, you know, to these politicians, to these people that have the power to say yay or nay. You know, the electoral college and all of that, because that's really who puts people in office is the electoral college. They may terrorize those people. They may terrorize those people in order to get him in office. You got to look at that. While you sitting up thinking, well, you don't even know what you're thinking. Half of y'all don't know. You don't know what you're going to do. You're just thinking that people are not going to put Donald Trump in there, but you don't have no other candidate that's anywhere near influential as Donald Trump. You don't. And something's brewing over there. You know what I'm saying? And I'm telling you, if these Republicans get it back, get ready for hell on earth. I'm telling you, get ready for hell on earth. Because the real battle has been since Barack Obama has been in office. The real battle has been for the racist white Americans to take back their country and the influence over their country. That's been the battle. That's what's going on. That's what's been going on since Barack Obama got out of office. That's what's going on. That's why you got Donald Trump had been in office. He totally put everybody back at each other's necks. You know, all the progress that he made racially, that Barack Obama made racially, Donald Trump was the counter to all of that progress. Whether you believe it or not, that's what happened. He countered all the progress Donald Trump did, racially speaking. There was no racial tension. When Barack Obama was in office for two terms, there was nothing funny going on between black and white people. In fact, it got better. It got way better. And like I said in my other videos, white people that live in the woods, live deep down in the woods, they got to see a black man, because you know they don't live among black people. See, black people got to understand this part. There are some people that are white that don't live around any black people at all. At all. I know it's hard for you to believe because you live in the city. But there's some white people that don't see no black faces at all. At all. At all. Okay? So Barack Obama getting in office, they got to see beyond the stereotypes that they seen on TV. That's the only thing they seen on TV was these gangster images and all these bad negative images. They didn't really see any positive black images, these people that don't see any black faces. So when they see Barack Obama, it's like, wow, this is an articulate man that can speak English better than me. You understand? This man speaks more articulate than us. He's a good guy. You know what I'm saying? It influenced the communities that you forget about that exist here in America. And then Donald Trump came back in and countered all that progress that Barack Obama made with white America, rural white America. And they're still it's still not over. They still don't feel it's done. Even though he already had one term, and everybody has basically forgot about what Obama did, they're not satisfied. I'm telling you, they're not satisfied. So things are brewing over there, man. Be aware of that. Things are brewing.